Hey Angels, it's Lookin' Bratz aka Dom here with a new video, of course, and I have two Rainbow High collector dolls, and I've been sitting with them for, I want to say, maybe like a month and a half at this point, and I bought them right after Christmas, and they were delivered right before the new year, and it is the Rainbow High and Holiday Edition Roxy Grand doll. I just need to make sure I'm getting the name right because I know all these dolls have like different names, like in terms of like what their like collector level is, sort of. And with the Paris Hilton doll, I just did that video. She was a premium edition doll, and then with Lily Chang, I believe she was some sort of like special edition or collector's edition. And then with the Dia de los Muertos doll, she is, I don't know what she's considered, to be honest, but she's Celebration Edition. Okay, so on the side it says she's a Celebration Edition. And I have like thoughts about these dolls, and I have been trying to figure out like what I want to do with them, because I'm like, do I want to unbox them? Do I want to keep them in the box and just display them? But also taking into account that I don't have anywhere really to display them, so I don't want to, I guess, not like do them justice or, you know, not know what to do with them. So that's been sort of my dilemma, and I think I have come to the conclusion that I'm going to unbox Roxie Grand, even though I think she is going to give me a lot of anxiety. And I'm noticing now, like, there's so much dust collected on her box. You might not even be able to tell on camera, but her box has really collected so much dust because I've just had her sitting behind my couch for quite a bit. But I really like want to rip her tinsel out, and that's where the anxiety part comes in, is that I have to rip all her tinsel out. I'm going to redo her hair, all that stuff. And with Maria, I am going to leave her in the box, but I did want to like kind of show her and give like an overview, because I actually am very impressed with this doll, and I really have avoided like reviews of her. And I have seen her before because one of my friends bought her. So I saw his Maria, and I did think she was pretty cool, but I never really took a moment to like really sit with her. And now that I have her like in the box, like I just think she looks too good in the box, and I do think she's a very impressive doll. So my one thing that I really dislike though about this box is that this part keeps sliding off, and the magnets aren't like super strong. So I might have to like, maybe I'll put like a new magnet on it or something. And I really just have to figure out how I want to really display this doll. And another thing, if you can't tell, the light just keeps going off, and I have no idea like what triggers this light, because I don't see like buttons anywhere. Like I really don't know what the T is on that. But okay, let me just, here's her flap. This is the flap, and I think this artwork is just so gorgeous. Soak that in for a moment. I think this looks so good. Like all of the design assets on this just like looks so good to me. Like I love how like regal this looks. And then of course on the front there's like this bigger artwork of Maria, and I love this. Like I just love this. It just looks so good. And then on the inside there's Maria Garcia, and then it says Dia de los Muertos. And then on the other side it says, in honor, I hope I didn't hit the camera, in honor of her Mexican heritage and the tradition of Dia de los Muertos, Maria Garcia designed her very own custom gown and calavera. I hope I said that right. And then it says skull for the white people, me. Handbag. It's her favorite day of the year because it celebrates her two passions, familia and fashion. Very cute. I just love the branding on this. And like this makes for like a really cool display piece, I feel, like kind of like a diorama almost. And then on the inside we do have like the actual doll, and then on the back we have that, I love that artwork actually, that's so cute. And then on the side it's the Celebration Edition on that little imprinted sticker, and then on the side we just have like all these cute little decals that are like printed on, and it looks like really, really good. And then of course we have Maria, and her light just went off. Oh, here's the button. So I found a button. It doesn't really do anything because I press it, and I think maybe like pressing it might just turn it on or keep it on. But this is Maria. She looks really good, and I will take her thing off. So this is relatively easy, this plastic component, just to like take off. I took it off earlier because I Windexed it, and I'm getting my fingers on it again. So here she is, and I really do, like, I think she looks so good in the box, and I really just don't want to take her out. I just think she looks gorgeous. And, okay, this doll was expensive when she came out. I want to say she was like $130, but I can see why. I think maybe like $100 or like 100. I don't know. Like, it's really hard to like justify the prices these days, but when you see this doll, like her face and her makeup is just so detailed, and the way they put it on, it like very much, I haven't seen a lot of Marias with flaws. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen a Maria with a flawed face. There are like little specks here and there that could maybe be improved upon, but I really think they did their best to maintain quality control with this release. Like, the hair isn't bad, and I think the hair looks pretty good in the box. Of course, like, it's not 100% perfect, but it is a semi-mass produced doll, keeping that into account. This also comes out, which is interesting. I really don't want to like mess with this too much. She does come with like instructions and stuff. I'm just keeping that in the back of the box, just sort of tucking it away. But I think she looks just so good, and this is like such a great display piece. And I just dusted this earlier. There's still some dust, but yeah, I really don't want to touch her. And like her accessories, like look at those earrings, like they just look so good. Yeah, I can't bring myself to take this doll out of the box, so she's gonna stay in. And also, I did buy her on sale, to be fair, but I didn't get her for the $60 sale. I got her for a bit more, but it's okay. Like, I don't regret it, and I think my Maria just looks too good that I don't want to like go through the whole return process and all of that. Like, I'm over it. Like, it's fine. But like all of these pieces like just look so good to me. Like her dress, like all of this like embroidery, all of this like these like fabrics, like it's just such a high quality doll. All of the electroplated accessories. I love this crown. I think she's like really amazing, and I can see why now. And okay, also the hat is constructed like a real hat. Oh, and the skull bag. Please don't even get me started on this. And like the real chain, a real metal chain. I love the heart. This is RH on it. This is a really well-made doll. I love her hair. Oh, her hair. And it looks so neat. Like, everything just looks so neat and pristine that I don't want to mess with it. I really don't. So I am going to cherish this doll in the box, and hopefully one day I'll have a bigger space or a proper place to put this doll so that I can see her more often on a display. For now, she's gonna be a little bit hidden, but I'm happy that I have her now, and that I feel like I'm feeling a little bit less left out in terms of like, I hate having my thing back here, but it's, you know, it's a tight little space here. So as I was saying, I do feel like less left out in terms of catching up with Rainbow High and Shadow High. Although now I am getting nervous because I'm like really struggling financially, just to be very completely honest. And I have to prioritize other things in my life financially other than dolls. So that's been hard to really like cope with that idea, if I'm being fully honest. And just seeing like Shadow High Series 2 on shelves, seeing Monster High like is probably about to come out with some new stuff. So I'm like, and then what else? There's Rainbow High Series 5, and I hear just heard something fell. And also just like new stuff from OMG. So I'm getting like really nervous about what this year is going to look like for me in terms of collecting. I'm really hoping things look up a bit more, and that maybe I can, you know, I'd have more free money to like really do that, like, you know, buy dolls with, but I really just have to like figure my life out. But whatever. I feel like a lot of us are probably in like similar predicaments where it's really hard to collect and keep up. But I'm glad I'm basically done with 2022 in terms of like what I wanted to get from Rainbow High. And yeah, I'm happy I do have Maria now. Like, I feel like, yeah, it was an expensive doll like originally, but I feel like when you get the doll, you can almost justify it. And I do think this feels way more premium than, I think she's up to par with Lily Chang. I think Lily Chang was like definitely my favorite collector doll, and definitely one of my favorite Rainbow High dolls altogether. And I do think she's very much higher quality than the Paris Hilton doll. And I would consider Maria more premium edition than I would Paris. Although I do love the Paris doll, I think she's great. I just don't think her quality control was really up to par for $100 doll. But moving on, someone who I think is actually overpriced and maybe not worth her price is Roxie Grand. And I ordered her the same time I ordered Maria, and she was on sale as well. And I just was kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy her. And I'm gonna hope for the best. And I don't like her face too much. Like, I think the face is gorgeous, but there's like lipstick in her teeth, and her lips, like her top lip is like a little like lopsided to me, and I'm not a big fan. And part of me really does want to keep her in the box, but I also don't know why we needed this huge box for this one doll. And I don't know why this part mattered. Like, I don't know why the rotating stand was like the gimmick of this. And I really hate tinsel. Like, I hate tinsel in doll hair. Like, it's just really bugging me. I would like for these brands to stop using tinsel altogether, or like even more limited than they are. I'm starting to feel like there might be some sort of quota at these companies on like, how many dolls do we have to make this year that have tinsel in it? And I think Rainbow High and OMG and even like Monster High, it's just been like an absurd amount of tinsel the past year, and I don't understand it. I don't know why they're doing it. I feel like they're trying to torture collectors, and especially those with like OCD, and I do have OCD. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it when the hair looks too messy. I hate it when, and like with tinsel, like you can't really fully fix it because it tends to like fray and go all over the place. And my Zoe Electra, at first I kept the tinsel in, but then it was just fraying up. And I was like, I can't do this. So I ended up redoing her whole head of hair. I ripped out all of the tinsel, and it just really, it was such a stressful process, and I really just did not want to go through it. But I'm gonna open up Roxy. I'm gonna rip out that tinsel. I'm gonna rip out that tinsel. She's a cute doll, don't get me wrong, but there's already things I've noticed about this doll that I dislike. And I will say the one thing is that I wish her dress was more fitted to her body. Like, it just looks a little like frumpy on her body, so I wish it was a bit more cinched in and tighter. And I really dislike the hair. Like, I think the hair, like the white hair, is cool. And I wish instead of tinsel, they gave us like a nice blend of like different colors that could sort of mimic what the tinsel would have done, but not put the tinsel in the hair. But her description is actually on the top of the box. And it says, Roxy Grand is decking the halls with fabulous fashion, like this crystal encrusted gown she designed herself. And then here's her artwork, which does look really cute. But yeah, let's open her up. Okay, so I do have her out of the box, but this part of her stand is like attached to her legs, and I almost want to try to keep it on. I don't know. I'm like conflicted here just because, oh, her bracelet is in her hair, of course. I've been hearing a lot of things about this stand, and I'm almost like, what if I like, I don't know how I'm gonna like wash her hair and everything. Like, that's gonna be like the biggest challenge, is to like, maybe I'll rip her head off or something. But I have to say, she is a very pretty doll. She's a little basic though, because this doll, I think, how much was this doll? Correct me if I'm wrong. She was between like $60 to $65. And she went on like random clearance in a lot of places, and she's been on sale quite a bit. I think she has a gorgeous face. I think her makeup palette is like a really great palette. Like, I love that like lipstick shade. I think her eyeshadow looks like really great. I love her hair color, aside from the tinsel, of course. And okay, I can still notice that thing though, like her, yeah, like her lips are just like a little, like it's kind of like feathered up here, which I dislike. And there's like lipstick in her teeth that I noticed, although, you know, I'm just trying to get over it. Like, I really don't want to go through like return processes with these dolls at this point. Like, it's just not, I don't have the patience for it. And the tinsel doesn't look horrible, and I'm wondering if I might be able to like work with it. But I always say that, like, oh, maybe I'll be able to work with the tinsel, but it always ends up not being good. And the dress is actually cuter now that I see it like this, though I still think like the silhouette isn't my favorite, though I am impressed that they were able to really get the details all around. And I love this fabric. Like, it's like a nice iridescent fabric, and I think it looks really stunning. I think the intention with this doll was really good, although I do think it was very pricey. I can see like all of the manufacturing that probably went into this doll maybe is what led to that price point. But I'm also very nervous about this stand because a lot of people are saying horrible things about this doll stand. And that's been like one of my other things that's been giving me anxieties thinking about that. Okay, I have no idea what's going on because like, what is that thing up here? Is that part of the stand? I'm confused. Like, do you see it? What is that? Am I supposed to keep this part? I don't know. I don't understand that. Can someone help me? I'm so confused. I don't get this at all. Am I supposed to throw this part out? Or does it stay up there? And then she comes with a comb. Also, I turned on my brain cells and I have a little garbage basket here because I tend to notice that like I'm always opening dolls on this spot and I'm always like finding like little plastic tabs and stuff and always like little bits. So now I have a little garbage bag along with my big garbage bag that I put the big box pieces in. So yeah, I have like the mind of like a mastermind. Is there like an instruction? Okay, I think it's at the bottom. So we have the MGA survey, which goes in the trash. Is there like an instruction booklet for this doll? For the stand at least? Is it in this box? There's nothing in here. Okay, so I'm gonna like rely on the internet to help me with that when I actually like fix her up and put her on the stand. It doesn't look horrible. It's just like a little weird. I don't know. Maybe I'll eat my words at some point. I just don't understand what this is for. Can I get rid of that? And I can just display her like that? I think that works. Then what is this for? Is this just garbage? Can I just recycle that? I do think she's a cute doll. I'm glad I got her on sale. I wish I could have found her a little bit cheaper than I did. I think I paid like 40 bucks for her, which isn't terrible. Like, I do think she's more worth 30 to 40 bucks than I would have thought she was worth 60 bucks. That's coming from the point of view of like a collector and not somebody who works in the toy industry. Because I don't work in the toy industry, contrary to popular belief. But I mean, very well, like the manufacturing of this doll could have justified that $60 price. But I don't know, like the dress I think could have been like better fitting. I think the whole like this, the crystallizing, like the encrusted diamonds, like I think that, not diamonds, but like, you know, the encrusted like crystals, I think that is all like super duper impressive. But otherwise I'm like, I would not have put the tinsel in her hair, to be honest. I just don't think it's flattering. But I am a sucker for a doll with a high pony that is wrapped and side bangs. Like that is like my shtick. So I'm into that. But yeah, that's all I have to really say. I think the collector releases for Rainbow High were interesting. I definitely think Maria's like sort of worth it, but she's pricey, of course. But if you can find her for like 60 bucks, I would say definitely go for it because that's a great price for that doll. This doll, I would say 30 bucks. Like if you can find her on sale for like 30 bucks, 40 at most, go for it. I would not have paid full price for this doll. I was not paying $60, $65 for this. But let me know what you think. Did you get these dolls? Like, I'm wondering who else bought these and what everyone's thoughts and feelings were towards them, because I think they are an interesting release as I should say, and I feel like all the collector releases came out sort of close together except for Lily Chang. Like, I feel like Maria, Roxy, and Paris were like bam, 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 and they were all like super expensive. But let me know what you think. I'm very curious to hear from the folks at home. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more doll content. Make sure to check me out on all socials at Lookin' Bratz, hold the G, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and visit lookinbratz.com. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!